Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl KeKe back with another one. So as of today, yesterday, August Alsina did an interview with Angela Yee. And everybody was talking about this interview because, he was spilling a little bit of the tea now. The day prior to his interview, he came out with an album called the Product 3, State of Emergency. And unbeknownst to me, he also has a documentary that came on the 21st of June. So I'm gonna put that to the side for a second. That's the main thing that people was really talking about was the fact that he spilled the tea about him and Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody done saw, before, like a while ago, like 3 years ago, whatever, when he was always around the Smiths. All of a sudden, he was on vacation with them, and he was really hanging real tight with the Smiths. And everybody knew that he was Jada's friend, but it was never confirmed that he was really smashing them out. Even though he came up with a song called Nunya, and it was something about like Jada's middle name was part of the song or something like that. But anyways, it was always speculated that them two had some type of little sexual relationship going on or whatever, but it was just never confirmed. So it came up when he did the interview because they did everything in the interview from the album to the box. I'll get back to that later. And him committing himself to in a relationship with Jada. You see what I did? I did the ABCs. Anyway, but I at first when I heard about him saying like, he basically said he had an affair with Jada and he had the green light from Will Smith. Like I thought he was being like messy and the whole thing. And when you reveal something like that, it's always gonna be a little bit messy or whatever. But like the context in which he revealed like everything that was going on, it's kind of like bro was telling this story. Know what I'm saying? Like he was just sitting there telling what his album was about and what came about leading up to him releasing the project and what was going on in his life. Because obviously he released a 27 song album and a documentary to accompany it, and it was what was going on in his life. So at the time when all this was going on, his relationship that he's talking about with Jada was going on around this time. Now he said he sat down, he had a conversation with Will, and it was green. He was like, I guess like, hey, listen, homie, you can smash the wife. I don't really know how it went down. I'm pretty sure it was more respectful than that. But it's not a secret that Jada and Smith done had like this open relationship type thing going on. Plenty of times, like they're married, yes, but they're also life partners. So like they got their own little type of thing that they agree to and how what they do works with with their family or what they do. That's their business. Now I agree that it's not everybody's business to know that Will Smith was like, listen, August, we love you like fam. You could smash the wife. I just think that I don't even know how a conversation like that will go down. But somebody be like, yes, it's okay, you can smash my wife. I mean, I know married couples like swinging, like not everybody, but I'm saying like I've heard, people like swingers and stuff like that. But this is a whole new thing because he's like said basically he devoted himself into a committed relationship, and like they was a thing, like they was boyfriend and girlfriend in his, at least in his mind. So, and honestly in my mind I feel like Jada was smashing August the whole time. And it was just like, yes, because everybody done saw the pictures now. Everybody saw the pictures that August done put out. So if Jada wanted her a little bit of August, hey, maybe maybe that was on her bucket list. Maybe she just wanted to try it out. I don't know. But according to Jada, that never happened. She said that Will Smith never greenlit an affair with her in August. She also says the affair never happened. But really, I feel like it's more emphasis on he never greenlit the affair. I just don't. It's honestly like a little bit far-fetched for me to believe that while Will Smith was out here, working, because Will Smith always working and doing whatever he was doing, whatever, especially during certain years he had movies and stuff coming out, and August was always around. So it's kind of hard for me to believe that y'all ain't getting in at least once or twice or whatever during that time. And the thing is, in the interview, August says, that like she butchered him, like she basically tore his heart out and stuff like that. So for me, I honestly think that Jada didn't see it as an affair. Maybe like she's saying, like it wasn't no affair. Okay, maybe she was smashing August, getting what she wanted or whatever, and she ain't had no feelings involved, and she kept it pushing. because there's been too many times in the interview where she just like, she do things like, and it's like not any emotion coming from it. So I feel like August probably felt hard for Shorty. I mean, she Jada Pinkett Smith. Like, she been people's crush for years. And imagine the one you grew up seeing on the screen or whatever, you finally hit with her or whatever, and she's like this amazing person. Maybe I don't really know her personality. I'm just saying, like, maybe this is what was going on with her in August. Like, maybe she's this amazing person, and then, you finally get the chance to have the interaction with her. You're going, his little heart done fell in love, and, Jada, she hardcore. She always, you be seeing Red Table Talk. I don't gotta explain further. But what I'm saying is, maybe she was just getting what she needed or wanted from the interaction with August, and that was that. So maybe when she cut it off, like, she had her fun. It was checked off the bucket list. And so maybe she don't really count that as an affair, because is an affair only when, like, you cheating on your significant other. She basically, her campus is really denying the fact that her and August had a relationship. And August came out like, he's like, listen, I'm not sitting here trying to like slander nobody. I'm not trying to like come at nobody or nothing like that. Like, I'm just telling my truth. Because the truth is, he said he done lost some bags to it. He done lost some opportunities to it. So I'm just saying, but everybody always has speculations. And of course, you got to think about it. If they look at you like a troublemaker, or that you coming up and shaking up apartments and wrecking the houses, they ain't going to really want you to, be a part of, their business, or try to have no financial opportunities with you or whatever. I mean, look at Rick Ross. I mean, granted, what he said, but it was a lyric. You can't, allegations come out saying it actually happened. So it was a lyric that he said, and he lost his Reebok endorsement to it. So just imagine, it's things that are being said. So the things they were saying about August, right around the time when all these pictures and stuff were coming up, and he was always with the Smiths, and the song came out, people were like, oh, wait a minute, like, this bro over here, like, what I'm saying, sleeping with married women. It's not a good look. So I can honestly believe that if he lost opportunities and stuff like that to, his situationship with Jada. But honestly, I don't feel like that was the biggest takeaway from the relationship, from the interview, though, because he talked about everything from black oppression. He made a lot of good points. He was just talking about like how when his sister died, and he took custody of his kids, and how he was sick with this really rare disease called, I forgot the name, I can't pronounce the name, I think it's like Guillain-Barré or something like that, syndrome or something, and people don't really know about that, and it's crazy because it's a real thing. And how he was looking real crazy for a while, because for a while he was kind of like unrecognized. I was like, what's going on with his face? He was like swollen and all kind of crazy stuff, and I was just like, yo, what the heck is going on with August Alsina? Because he was just looking different, and then he would disappear, and he would reappear, and he would look different every single time he reappeared. And I was just like, yo, what's going on in this kid's life? But he explained a lot of stuff, and just basically was, it's not like he did an interview to be messy, like, yeah, I slept with Will Smith's wife, or yeah, I slept with Jada Pinkett Smith. It was more so he was just telling his story, and like basically like trying to like convey his evolution to the people, like convey how he's grown as a person and things like that to people. Now, I don't approve of him sleeping with a married woman or none of that, so don't even try to jump in the comments like, oh, well, you see, she condoning it. That's not, it's nothing like that. It's just the simple fact that when you first hear it, like, oh, he said he slept with so and so, and it's just like, oh, then he being messy. But really, it came up in the interview because they asked him like, who was he romantically entangled with, and he was just saying like, he's not usually romantically entangled with anybody. Because if y'all remember, like early on, like for the real fans that know, he was first saying like, you know what, I don't ever even want a girlfriend, and he was smashing anything. So then later on, as he started to grow a little bit, he was like, listen, it's thundering out there. He was like, listen, I need a girlfriend, someone I could like, share this life with or whatever. So like you can see like through August's career, like how he started to grow and how he started to change and stuff like that. But I feel like he got into a wrong situation where he, like he said, he devoted himself, and he felt like full true love and things like that with Jada. But the thing is that wasn't the person to be able to experience. I'm not gonna say it's the wrong person, but I'm just saying like it was probably like not an ideal situation to stay here and fall in that kind of love with like a married person. But he's just basically just saying like, basically it was just him telling us what's been going on for the past 5 years. Because y'all remember he ain't put out an album in about 5 years. So I was surprised. I didn't even hear about the album. I'm not even gonna lie. I did follow him on IG, but I haven't really been on social media like that. So apparently the documentary came out on YouTube on the 21st, and his album came out the day before yesterday, 30th, so June 29th. And the project is what, 27 songs, and I'm gonna probably listen to the album and give you guys my review of the album and how I feel about the album. So then I'm also gonna watch the documentary, because apparently there's a lot of things in there that y'all probably didn't know about August. I don't know if y'all cared about it, but just like certain things that I found out that they kind of touched on in the interview, and I was like, oh damn. A lot of it's in his music, but the thing is that I guess if you watch the documentary and then you listen to the album, from what Angela Yee was saying, like she watched I'm all stuttering. She watched the documentary first, and then she listened to the album. So then when she listened to the album, like pretty much the album was really pretty much a soundtrack to the documentary, so they kind of go hand in hand. So I feel like it's important to watch both of them. But I do think that they the whole Jada Pinkett thing was taken out of, not out of context. Like he wasn't, I don't feel like he was doing it for like to be malice or anything like that. I just think that it was just a part of his story, and when he was asking, he touched on it. He really did too much into detail, but he was just saying how he felt towards this person. And whether or not Will Smith is the green light, that's I don't know the protocol with celebrities and the things that they do and stuff like that, but I just think that shouldn't have been the biggest takeaway from the interview. Granted, you already know people love drama, people love messiness, so that's what they're going to take that and run. Oh, August smashed Jada Pinkett, they had a whole affair. But he was sitting there talking about a lot of things. Like, one thing he did say, he was like, we all sit here and we search, and we're basically like, we ask for freedom, we sing songs about freedom, and we trying to fight to be free. But the thing is that we don't free ourselves. And it's true, he has a point, because of the simple fact that it's like, yo, we look for all the opportunities. We looking for somebody to give us an opportunity and things like that. But you have to you gotta free yourself here first before you can free yourself physically and everything else. Because it's a lot of things. He was like basically saying black people are, a lot of us are raised up through like survival and stuff like that. So there's certain things that we don't know, or we don't feel, or that we don't know how to feel, don't know how to deal with how we feel and stuff like that. And I honestly think like the interview was very insightful, because even though it was an interview with August Alsina, it wasn't solely about him. Like, it was about his ideas on certain things. Like, it was almost like he could be like a sort of like an R&B Tupac, which is funny because Tupac also had a relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith, even though it wasn't sexual. They was friends. But I'm just saying, it's so funny how like a lot of his ideals kind of like touch on like certain things, like Tupac was saying. He actually brings it up in an interview. That's what made me like, oh snap, like that's, you can really correlate the two. And it's just funny how coincidental it is that they both had a relationship with Jada. But overall, I think it was a good interview, and I really think that people should watch the interview. And I don't think people should like solely focus on his relationship or situationship or whatever that was going on with Jada, because there's a lot more to the interview than that. And I'm not gonna lie, like I said in the beginning of this video, like one of me was like, oh, he's so Jada, I gotta go do a video about that. But honestly, I took away a lot more from the video than just the fact that him and Jada could have, might have, allegedly had a thing going on. So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna check out his album, and y'all could expect the video with my my reaction, my feelings on the album soon. Did come out with a first single. The first single was called Nola. I haven't heard it yet. We'll see what's going on with that, and I am gonna watch the documentary. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks. Oh, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell so y'all know when your girls come in with some more heat. Alright, y'all.